Good evening and welcome to Sunset News this Wednesday evening. As always, we bring you news, community stories, economics, weather and sports. I am Glenora Shipura. Getting into the news tonight, with efforts aimed at fighting crime through policing to cultivate a law-abiding society, the mobile telecommunications company pledged support towards the city of Windhoek in partnership with city police to procure and install CCTV equipment that will be strategically positioned across key areas of Windhoek, deterring criminal activities and fostering a safer environment for all residents. The memorandum was signed at the City Police headquarters in Windhoek in the presence of Queen Omagano Kamati, City Mayor Moses Matayayi, City Chief Executive Officer, and Dr. Liki Erastus of the MTC Managing Director. Now speaking at the event, head of City Police Chief Levi Ileka said their ultimate pursuit is to make Windhoek the safest city in Africa. Mariette Ngula reports.
Moreover, their presence will act as a powerful deterrent that will discourage criminal activities and promote a safer environment for all residents, our visitors, and their properties. But beyond their immediate use in law enforcement, these cameras represent a broader vision for the future of policing, a vision that embraces innovation, transparency, and accountability. With advanced technology at our disposal, ladies and gentlemen, we have the opportunity to establish a stronger partnerships of mutual trust and cooperation with the community we serve. Furthermore, the data collected by these cameras will not only serve as a tool for law enforcement, but also a valuable resource for informed decision-making and resource allocation. By analyzing patterns and crime trends, we can deploy our resources more efficiently, targeting the identified hotspots proactively and implementing strategies that address the root causes of crime.
Gisbertus Mukulu, the CEO of NHE, addressed the informal settlement upgrading project at the signing ceremony of the MOA between Swakopmund Municipality and Namibia Housing Enterprises. Emerita Shikesho reports.
NHE is embarked on a pilot project together with the City of Windhoek of what we call Informal Settlement Upgrading Project. Now, this project was conceptualized by NHE, the Ministry, the City of Windhoek, and Commerce Regional Council. What we thought of is to say, why is it that the majorities of the people are not able to afford the houses? Can't we come up with a specific, program and a house type which people can be able to afford? So therefore, we came up with a design which does not have all the finishes. That has culminated into what we call Informal Settlement Upgrading Project. Now, this house, we have a bachelor flat, or a bachelor, we have a 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, but they do not have all the finishes. Now, this is my conviction from here until the grave. People are saying affordability, affordability, affordability. Affordability is a relative term. What is important, a person needs security of tenure, and then that person can be able to expand that house. The price of the houses are ranging from 90, that is a bachelor flat, to 170, 180, a 2 bedroom, and a 3 bedroom is over 200,000.
Namibia's Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Anna Shiweda, made a presentation at a side event held at the ongoing African Fertilizer and Soil Health Summit currently happening in Nairobi, Kenya. The side event was held under the theme Sowing Success, the role of soil health partnership in boosting food security. Shiweda told those in attendance that Namibia is in the process of developing an agricultural investment plan and a summit will be held this year to allow the government to engage investors and the private sector on how this can be implemented.
Namibia is very encouraged to be here, and we really want to emulate the good examples that we are hearing from here. An issue of not wanting to is the challenges that we are facing. In Namibia for this year, I think it's the 9th year that we are experiencing drought, consecutive drought. Such allocation complemented by private sector investment, and really that's where we want to put emphasis because of the many challenges and the many issues that we are faced with. We want to put our emphasis on the private sector investment. That will probably enable countries to implement programs aimed at the promotion of sustainable use of fertilizers and soil management. It is important to indicate here that Namibia is in the process currently of developing the agriculture investment plan. And during this year, we are going to have a summit where we want investors, the government, NGOs to come together and see how we can implement that, that investment plan.
Mines Minister Tom Alwindo recently held a stakeholder consultative meeting with the Namibia Local Business Association and implored the lobby group to learn the ins and outs of the oil and gas sector to fully benefit from it.
Provide a logistics service, we can do this, we can do this. Now, I was saying that is easier said than done. If we are going to sit around and wait and say, I am a Namibian, therefore I must just get it. But I'm not doing anything to ready myself to be able to provide this service. Other people will do it. So what I was saying, guys, we need to follow this discussion. You need to come to this, you need to discuss this, you need to ask questions. So that when that time, when as you say, you know, you need to team up with international companies, you also have got something to offer. If you don't have anything, what's going to happen is this. The international companies are quite happy to have Namibians who don't understand it. And they will pay you money. Which of course it may make you rich, you put money in your pocket, but you are not actually learning the business to actually become the business person who will then take over from these foreign companies. And therefore, all I've been saying, I'm encouraging people to say, guys, let's be clear, so that we follow these things, so that we are not used by international companies just to be fronted and say, I've got a Namibian local person. But that local person is actually not doing anything.
After the break, we speak some Afrikaans as the language celebrates 99 years today.
Connection. It's in the human touch, the feeling of belonging. It inspires us and empowers us, creates clarity from complexity. It starts new conversations, unlocks the power of advice, and makes an impact on your life. At Alex Forbes, we pioneer insight to provide you with advice that connects your decisions of today to your impact tomorrow.
Come on, Cake and Answer Community Talk segment. Afrikaans celebrates 99 years today, and there will be a celebration of the centenary next year. Kom ons kyk.
Afrikaans leef in Namibië. Van uitsterf is daar geen sprake nie. Ons mooi taal is diep gewortel in die harte van ons mense. Dit is boonop die nie-amptelike kommunikasietaal, oftewel die lingua franca van ons land. Ons praat hom met trots en ons nooi jou om saam met Netwerk Afrikaans te vier. Op 8 Mei 2025 vier Afrikaans haar 100ste verjaarsdag as amptelike taal in Suid-Afrika en ons in Namibië neem deel aan hierdie eeufeesvieringe. Netwerk koördineer die feestelikhede in Namibië en alle Afrikaanssprekendes in ons land word uitgenooi om deel te wees hiervan. Afrikaans word immers gepraat deur mense in die uithoeke van ons land.
Hallo julle, ek kook in Afrikaans.
Ek is mal oor Afrikaans.
Afrikaans is energiek, Afrikaans is passievol, Afrikaans is melodies. Dis hoekom dit die tweede seksieste aksent in die wêreld is. Ek is inherent en ek praat Afrikaans.
Afrikaans, my taal. Die mooi van Afrikaans is dat oral waar jy gaan, waar Afrikaans gepraat word, kan jy die trots van die mense sien wat Afrikaans praat. En die lekkerte van Afrikaans is dat dit taal is wat behoort aan ons almal. As ons net kyk in Namibië, hoe verskillend Afrikaans is, jy kry verskillende aksente Afrikaans. In Rebord kry jy 'n totally different Afrikaans. En jy gaan hoor, die ding is vet. Waarvan kom jy? Loederits Afrikaans. Ja, my broer, daar is ons daar. Sê, toe daar by Boas gegaan. Ons sê daar, ons sê hier. Ons sê, Katutura Afrikaans waarvan ek kom. Ja, my broer, jy moet verstaan. Soos wat ons sê, ons tala die shanegi so. Verstaan jy so. En dan het jy die Afrikaner Afrikaans. Hoe ook al sê, dit is 'n mooi taal en dit behoort aan ons almal.
Hi almal, my naam is Paul en ek praat suiwer Afrikaans.
Ik hou van Afrikaans en ik praat Afrikaans. Ik is lief voor Afrikaans.
Passie, nee, dis waaroor dit gaan. Ek skryf in Afrikaans omdat dit my passie is, my moedertaal.
Hallo, my naam is Jason Kwek, ek is 'n derdejaar onderwysstudent Engels en Afrikaans. Ek is lief vir Afrikaans want dit is die taal van pragt. Dit is die taal van skoonheid, dit is die taal van passie. Dit is die taal vir die mens. En ek is 'n mens en jy is 'n mens en dit is hoekom ek vir jou sê, wees lief vir Afrikaans want Afrikaans is die taal vir die mens. En van die mens.
Ek is Janelle Bekes, ek studeer Afrikaans praktyklees by die Universiteit van Namibië. My grootword in Afrikaans is onskeibaar van hoe ek voel en hoe ek dink. Die rede hoekom ek Afrikaans studeer is omdat Afrikaans grenslose bonatuurlike satisfaksie bied, net soos Afrikaans kan.
Goeiemôre almal, ek hou van Afrikaans.
Kom vier ons lieflike taal dwars deur die jaar saam met ons. Volg ons op die sosiale blaaie van Netwerk Namibië en neem deel.
Ek voel baie gelukkig as mense Afrikaans praat. That concludes our community talk. Moving on, according to economic news, Nasria and Bank Windhoek in $50 million credit guarantee agreement. We tackle this after this.
Introducing 061 Express, brought to you by Synergy in proud partnership with Windhoek Express. Here's your chance to make your voice heard to celebrate the businesses that make Windhoek exceptional. From your favorite coffee spot to the salon that always gets your style just right. It's time to shine a spotlight on the gems of our city. Over the next 8 weeks, it's your chance to vote for your favorites to recognize the best of the best. Nominations open on the 25th of April and close on the 5th of May. To nominate your favorite business, simply save this number, 085-785-6231, and WhatsApp hashtag 061Express or scan the QR code below and follow the on-screen instructions. By nominating your favorites, you're not only supporting local businesses, but you also stand a chance to win your share of 50,000 Namibian dollars in cash. The voting process will be the same as the nominations process, using the Synergy chatbot and the hashtag 061Express. Voting opens on June 5th and closes on June 23rd. Make sure to cast your votes for the best of the best. The winners will be announced on June 28th. 061Express, celebrating the heartbeat of Windhoek. Get ready to make your mark.
Getting into our economic news, The Namibia Special Risk Insurance Association Limited, Nasria, and Bank Windhoek have announced a partnership on a credit guarantee scheme agreement valued at $50 million. The initiative aims to empower all youth and women in both small and medium-sized enterprises in Namibia. According to Nasria, the scheme focuses on providing much-needed financial support to aspiring entrepreneurs, fostering innovative job creation and economic growth. Nasria Managing Director John Usiku said Nasria has set out a strategic focus that looks to create scope for broad-based group within the insurance sector and contribute to the developmental ambitions of Namibia as a country. He noted that a viable business plan is a key requirement with excellent prospects for success, but lacking the necessary collateral to obtain loans. Commercial finance institutions require the security of collateral to ensure that their capital is preserved if an SME cannot repay their loans. Let's take a look at our financial indicators. The Namibian dollar trades against the British pound at 23.22, against the euro at 20.03, against the US dollar at 18.67, $2 Namibian dollars and 58 cents gets you one Chinese yuan. On the commodities market, all major commodities went down, with Brent crude oil trading at 0.77%, going for $82 and 90 cents per barrel. In international news, John Sweeney sworn in as Scotland's first Prime Minister.
The Agenda is a weekly national affairs interview program hosted every Sunday by Namibian Sun editor Toyvon Jabela, featuring a panel of high-profile newsmakers, analysts, and experts. The Agenda aims to reach high-end news consumers seeking informed understanding of national issues. This show is broadcasted on NTV, 1up2.com, and the Namibia Media Holdings Facebook platform. The Agenda focuses on interviews where we put the nation in the hot seat. Contact Agenda at synergy.com.na to get your product and service in the hot seat. The Agenda, focused on today's conversation.
As highlighted before the break, in our international news, Scottish National Party veteran John Sweeney was sworn in as Scotland's First Minister earlier today after he emerged as the sole contender in the contest to pick a new premier after Humza Yousaf's resignation. Yousaf, who had become the first Muslim to lead a democratic Western European nation when he was sworn in as First Minister in 2023, resigned last week after his decision to enter coalition and the Scottish Parliament with the Green Party backfired, triggering a race to determine his successor. Sweeney's key challenge will be to halt the slide in the SNP's popularity after a string of scandals and political missteps, while keeping alive its ultimate goal of winning independence from the United Kingdom. The new First Minister was SNP leader from 2000 to 2004 and had also served as Scotland's Deputy First Minister and Finance Minister. The SNP has dominated Scottish politics for 17 years, but its popularity has slipped over the past year amid a funding scandal, a series of political blunders, and criticism of how it runs the country. It now heads a minority government in Holyrood. The slide has boosted the hopes of Britain's opposition Labour Party of regaining ground in Scotland, one of the United Kingdom's 4 nations, as it seeks to win a British parliamentary election expected later this year. The SNP aims to reinvigorate the push for another referendum on independence from the United Kingdom. Scots voted against splitting from the United Kingdom by 55% against 45% in a referendum in 2014. But the independence movement says Britain's later departure from the European Union changed the situation and another referendum is justified, a claim that both the ruling Conservative Party and Labour reject. That concludes our international news. Let's take a look at what's happening with our weather predictions. Katima Mulilo can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius. Rundu can expect sunny weather, while in Nana, Shakati and Rakana can also expect partly cloudy conditions. Kobabis can expect some sunny weather with a minimum of 18 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 30 degrees Celsius. Handys Bay can expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 20 degrees Celsius. Adams Lake can also expect partly cloudy conditions with a minimum of 18 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius, while Lutherets and Oranjemund can enjoy some sunny weather. After the break, we'll be taking a look at our sports news.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first. It is from the Champions League, and one team already in the final, and that team is Borussia Dortmund. They through to the final that's going to be played on the 1st of June in Wembley. Borussia Dortmund, they played in Paris, they played against PSG, that is Paris Saint-Germain, and it is Borussia Dortmund winning by 1-0. The aggregate score was 2-0, and it's not a good Bundesliga season so far for Borussia Dortmund. They're currently 5th in the Bundesliga, but they're through to the final of the Champions League. They will either play their fellow German side Bayern Munich and the Spanish champions Real Madrid. They still need to play a semi-final to determine who will play on the 1st of June against Borussia Dortmund. The hero for Borussia Dortmund was the defender Mats Hummels, and he scored the winner goal in Paris. And for Borussia Dortmund, they will try to win their second title. They have one Champions League title. They won that way back in 1997 when they beat Juventus by 3-1. Moving on to cycling news, it is a Giro d'Italia, one of the big cycle tours on the calendar, and it was the 4th stage, 190 kilometers. It was a sprint to the end, won by Jonathan Milan, and his time was 4 hours, 16 minutes and 3 seconds. In the sprint finished in the same time, second was Caden Groves of Australia, and third was Phil Bauhaus of Germany. In the general classification, it is still Tadej Pogačar that is leading. He's got a combined time of 15 hours, 19 minutes and 5 seconds. He's 46 seconds ahead of Gareth Thomas of Great Britain. And the 5th stage, that will be from Serra to Lucca, and that will be over 178 kilometers. And to conclude today's international sports news, it's cricket news. It is Zimbabwe currently touring Bangladesh. They played the 3rd T20 international that was in Chittagong, but it was Bangladesh winning their 3rd T20 game in a row. It is the game that was won by Bangladesh by 9 runs. Bangladesh batting first, 165 for 5. Then Zimbabwe got to 156 for 9 in their allotted 20 overs with Faraz Akram, the best contributor. He made 34 runs batting at number 10. The first ODI, the first T20, won by Bangladesh by 8 wickets. The second one won by 6 wickets. It's good preparation for Bangladesh leading up to the World Cup, the T20 World Cup that's going to be in June in the USA and the West Indies. And it is Bangladesh that will play in Group D. They will play with South Africa, also Sri Lanka, also with Nepal and the Netherlands. The 2 games that's left in the series against Zimbabwe is going to be on Friday and on Sunday. That's international sports news for today. I hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Are you tired of just hanging around at home while waiting for something to do? Check out eticket.diary.my.na for what's hot on the social scene across the country. Or if you're arranging an event you'd like us to feature, contact Jareen at we.com.na. We can sell your tickets too.
That was Ari Hohart before the break with the sports news. And today, don't forget to speak some Afrikaans as the youngest language in the world turns 99. And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Make sure you join Sunset News on Facebook, on all the NMH platforms on weekdays, as well as on our website, oneup2.com. Sunset News screens on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25 every weekday and Sundays from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. I am Glenora Shipura, and this has been Sunset News. Don't end your day without us.